Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Bitch and Brainstorm podcast. This is our special edition for the Elevate Your Online Presence Business Summit coming up on April 19th and 20th. And I have a special guest with me here today. This is Iris, and she is going to be talking to us about LinkedIn, which is like one of those platforms that I know I need to be using, but so we're going to talk about it. We're going to make it easy, and we're just going to have some fun. So Iris, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. So I am one of those people who spent 20 plus years in corporate and then decided to be an entrepreneur and solopreneur, and I'm loving it. And the thing that really goes as the thread throughout my journey is untangling the mystery of human communication. And talk about a big topic, we can spend our lives doing it. And that's what I've spent my whole professional career doing. And when the pandemic hit, I'd been a certified career coach helping laid off executives market themselves. And I thought, you know what? I think business owners are really struggling in that space. And I just really turned my attention to that. And that's kind of how some people say, Iris, you've got like white hair. They're a little more tactful, but they're like, I think they say it like, Iris, how you're not the typical social media coach. And I'm like, yeah, probably not. So they're being too gentle to say you have white hair. What in the world are you doing as a social media person? But it really comes down to it's such a powerful way to connect with people that you can serve and connect. And LinkedIn is my platform. I actually started on Yahoo groups, believe it or not.
Wow.
So I was social media, I guess, before they called it that. That occurred to me like 3 months ago. And I'm like, I was kind of that before because I helped a business like double the revenue in 2 years. And a lot of it was Yahoo groups. So it's just connecting people.
Yeah.
And that's fun.
Yeah. Can you tell us, since you love LinkedIn, can you tell us what makes LinkedIn different than all of the other platforms? You know, there's Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and Pinterest and all of the things.
I know. It's a blur. Yeah. So I think two main things stand out to me. One of them is, as a former corporate recruiter, 20 plus years, back when I was doing heavy recruiting, as in finding 900 mechanics for American Airlines and blah, blah, blah. I mean, just massive recruiting. I would have given my left arm, so to speak, for a worldwide data bank of talent.
Yeah.
There's no other platform that does that.
Yeah.
And then the other thing, it's the only platform that also helps you see not only who you're connected to, but who you know that is connected to other people.
Yeah.
And that is the true power. And then shares your information to the second and third degree connections, depending on blah, 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 number of factors. And then I think the third thing, and you kind of mentioned it or referred to it when you were starting our opening comments, and that is it feels probably more intimidating than any other.
Yeah.
And that's what I really love to help people like it. You know, this is not your grandma's LinkedIn. Maybe. Or if we want to say we're not in Kansas anymore, LinkedIn is no longer what it used to be. So yes, it is a professional platform and they protect that very well and for good reason, but it's not that stiff upper lip, button up vibe as much. So it's a perfect place. Certainly if you're in a business to business space, it's a must be. And it drives between 80 and 90% of business to B2B sites and blogs.
That's super great. Here's my beef with LinkedIn.
Yes, please. Let's just be real.
We're going to cut the shit.
Yes.
Here's my beef is that I get really annoyed with the sales pitches in the DMs. I call them their dirty DMs. That's what I call them.
I love that. Yes.
Because
we've all been pitch slapped. Yes.
It feels so impersonal. I don't know you and I don't want to hop on a call. If I got on a call with every single person, I would never have any time to do right?
No. And that it's
what is the
what's the deal?
What is the best practices that my coach has been saying you need to, and I'm like, I know, but how do I do it? I don't want to come off as salesy because that's how everybody else comes off.
Right.
But how do I get someone's attention without, like, what are the best practices maybe that you could share with us on how to start those engaging conversations that is not a sales pitch? I don't want people to feel like, oh God, here's one more sales pitch in my DMs. How
Right.
do you stand out?
I think you stand out by just being, this sounds trite, but being authentic.
Yeah.
So I tend to, we've all had them, and LinkedIn has, they're trying to do things to address that as well.
Okay.
So yes, it's a problem. And I think it worked for a minute, like in 2012. You know what I mean?
Ancient times, that stuff worked.
Yeah.
Right?
And I think some people just, there's got to be droves of people out there. In fact, I run into them every once in a while, like selling, like, pitch in the DM, and it doesn't
It
work.
comes off as scarcity, doesn't it?
Oh, well, yeah, for
Like
sure.
desperation.
And I mean,
Yeah.
I like to say, pretend you're at, social media is not that different in certain ways than
Mhm.
in-person event. I always make sure, and I know I'm, buck the trend on some of this. I know another person who's literally says just like connect. And I'm like, no. You would never go to a networking breakfast, shove a business card in someone's hand and not say hello, or shake their hand and not say hello. So
Yeah.
it's the same principle. So I say, I always personalize it. I always do what I call a permission-based approach. Hey, see that we went to XYZ University or whatever it is that prompted me, and thought we could connect here. If it makes sense to you, great. If not, no worries. Something like that. And, so I spend 10 seconds personalizing it a little bit.
Yeah.
I have just kind of an approach. And then just keep that up.
Yeah.
Like, if there's some perfect clients there, and it is the place where you can figure out where those perfect clients. So I think that is the Achilles heel, and people have given it a bad rep. And I know a couple of people, have said to me, well, I've gotten off of it, but I'm out there to make LinkedIn a better place.
Right.
Someone told me then, I said, yeah, I guess I kind of am. Yeah. So I want the good people with good practices. So I would say best practices, be who you are. Just because there's bad salesmen out there doesn't mean you have to be that. So I don't lean into it. I don't buy it. There you go. Thank you. Be the change you want to see.
Yes.
So that is what I teach. Yeah. And best practices, add value, and, drip out your value, and then establish that relationship. And I think LinkedIn events is one of the most underutilized tools there is from a lead generation, and shorten that no like and trust factor. And it's widely misunderstood. But that creates an opportunity. So, but that's a conversation for another day. But
yeah. So I am of the firm belief that, like, I love automations. I can automate so many different things. I will not automate my relationship building. Right. And so
absolutely.
Do you think that using the bots and stuff like that is a good idea, or is that a bad idea?
That is a horrible idea.
Thank you.
I am totally against it. I'm totally against it. Completely.
Because I think that's what I'm getting. Is I really
believe you are.
You are. Bots.
You are
not actual real people.
Yeah. Yes, and I can always spot them, and then you can block them, and you can report them to LinkedIn, and I have.
Okay.
Oh please do. Please do. Please make it. Please. What?
One time, this literally happened, and I made a whole TikTok video about it. I got the exact same message from two different people back to back.
Oh.
Identical messages.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they're obviously using the same
app
or whatever
tool.
But I was like,
yes,
like literally within 1 second of each other.
Oh my gosh. That's so who does that? And it's not working for them, and they're spending a lot of money, I will say. Yeah, so it's but just because just because someone does it bad doesn't mean I'm going to run away from it. But I've always been that one. I've always been kind of that. Let me buck the trend a little bit. So yeah, it's my place, and I love to demystify it. I think one of the other factors is that it used to be this, I'm going to say, echo chamber for the Richard Bransons, Bill Gates of the world, and LinkedIn saw what was happening. And since 2019, they have literally like moved everything to create community and conversation.
That's awesome.
And, you know, they're very, I'm going to say, protective of their platform and keeping, you know, and they're rewarding creators that create original content. So
Awesome.
it's a great way to draw people to you. Is it a quick thing, you know, get on there and get masses of clients like 2 days later? No,
No.
absolutely not. It's just the
Yeah.
opposite.
Yeah.
But then I've always been the long game. I've always been after the long game.
The long game. Absolutely. So Iris is going to be joining us on Thursday, April 20th in the content and social media panel that starts at 2 p.m. Pacific. Super excited to have you a part of that one. We're going to be talking with we've got the creator of Group Track on there. We've got someone who specializes in Instagram. We've got someone, oh man, we're going to have a really, really, really great conversation. So it's going to be really super fun. I cannot wait.
I cannot wait to learn. I'm always up for learning more.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to be there, and I'm excited to learn from others.
So be sure to tune in, and we will see you guys later. Thanks, Iris, for coming to visit.
Thanks, Elaine.